In this video, we're going to look at tracking email engagement levels. When we can segment our database based on someone's engagement with your emails, it unlocks an entire world of automation potential. This information can be used to plan promotions, automatically switch paths, or simply enhance an existing report for a deeper layer of insight. This type of segmentation cannot be performed retroactively, at least not easily. So the sooner a business implements what we do in this video, the sooner they begin building their pool of data. So specifically, we're going to look at building the timer model, configuring the tag switching, and then applying the timer start tag. Before we get started, we're going to need to have some tags created. So you're going to need to create 3 tags to track the engagement levels. You're going to need a hot tag, a warm tag, and a cold tag. Okay, so you need 3 tags, hot, warm, and cold. And then you're also going to need 1 functional tag that's going to trigger and reset the previously mentioned engagement tags. So hot, warm, and cold, and then 1 tag to start the whole thing. Once we've got that, we're going to go ahead and build our model. So we're going to have a tag goal that starts this. Of course, we'll have our sequence here. And then we're going to have a tag goal at the end. So this sequence is going to be looped between 2 tag goals. And this is how the timer basically operates in perpetuity in the background. So first thing we're going to do is look at this first tag goal to start it, and we're going to configure this for the timer start tag. So I've got a email engagement category and a timer start tag. And then in the second tag goal, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to configure it for that timer start tag. So these 2 goals are configured for the same thing. We're going to double click on this little guy down here, and we're going to set this to be achievable by any contact. We want this to be an entry point. And the reason we want to do that is to ensure that this sequence will always be stopped first. This sequence will always be stopped first, and then this one will go back into it. So inside our sequence, we're going to go ahead and build our flow. So we're going to start by grabbing an apply tag, and we're going to apply that hot engagement tag. So email engagement hot, this means that they very recently clicked on something. What we're going to do next is we're going to grab another tag step here, and this is going to be removing any previous tags that they may have. So we're going to remove the warm, we're going to remove the cold tag, and then we're also going to remove that timer tag too. This way it ensures the next time they click on something, this whole thing's going to reset no matter where they are. Next, we're going to grab a delay timer, and we're going to configure this to wait for 30 days and then run on any day at 12 a.m. At that point, what's going to happen is we're going to remove that hot tag because it's been 30 days since they last clicked on something, and then we're going to apply the warm tag. So you see what they did there? We tag them as warm when they first start, and then 30 days later we switch it for the warm tag. Now if you want, you can leave yourself some notes just to make it easy to admin in the future. And then we're going to do this one more time. So to save ourselves some steps, we're going to go ahead and select all of these guys. We can right click and duplicate them. Alright. This one's also going to be configured for another 30 days here. Now in this case, we're not going to remove the hot tag, we're actually going to remove the warm tag because that's the one that they got. And then we're going to apply the cold tag because this is 60 days after they last clicked on any meaningful link. And we'll look at what that means in a second. So we tag as cold, and then we remove the warm, and that's what we've done here. At this point, our sequence is ready, and we can mark it as ready to go. And now we can go ahead and publish our campaign. So now once we publish this campaign, in any of your email campaigns or broadcasts, or anytime an email goes out, what you're going to want to do is apply that timer start tag to any meaningful link click. So for example, we say, like, let's say it's a lead magnet download or something like that. So thanks for requesting this thing. And then we, of course, would have a button that would link to, you know, somewhere. And right here, this little tag guy, we can actually select that timer start tag. So now, when they download this thing, it's going to go ahead and reset that timer. You can also do the same thing when you're doing any regular link as well. In your link down here, it's the same functionality. So the idea is that this is something that you just kind of have on your little operational checklist as you're checking things before they go out the door. Have we tagged it with the timer start and all the meaningful links here? And then that's literally just tying into this operational process that's running in the background. So here's what's going to happen. The first time someone clicks on a link, that auto tags them with the functional tag, and then they're going to be tagged as hot. And then the tag switch as time passes. If they click on another link that applies this functional tag in the future, the second goal will fire and pull them out of the sequence, and then this first goal will put them back in. And this is a common looping structure. So when that happens, any previously applied tags will be removed, and the hot tag will be reapplied. And then, as I mentioned, to ensure this always happens, we make this second tag goal an entry point. Now in this video, we're switching the tags every 30 days. However, depending on the business, we may want to extend or shorten the tag switching cycle. Another idea and an extension to this is we can actually have a super hot tag. This can be particularly helpful if we've got sales reps. So we can have a super hot tag here, and then this would be the resetting of all the different tags. And then maybe we wait for 4 hours. Actually, we'll just say 4 hours and then run anytime. So now, this super hot tag that we can apply here is only present for a short period of time. So this can help sales representatives find out who's in front of their emails right now, and therefore might be a great person to call right now, since we know that they're active. One thing to keep in mind is that tracking these engagement levels are a pretty good stat for the dashboard, and all you have to do is create a saved contact search for each of these tags, and then put them into a custom statistics widget on the dashboard. One last thing about these tags. If you are using lead scoring, these can be used in conjunction to help sales reps find out who's the most active and thus should be contacted first. So for example, if they have the hot tag, we're going to give them 20 points for 4 weeks. If they have the warm tag, we'll give them 10 points for 4 weeks. And then if they're cold, then it takes away 10 points. So you can see this 4-week cycle is basically going to be in line with the tags switching out. Lastly, to save some time, for a campaign template that is similar to this structure, download the Track Email Engagement campaign from the Infusionsoft Marketplace. In our next video, we're going to look at creating a true email preferences center.